With Paul W.S. Anderson's filthy taints on the franchise dead and buried, no! It's time for the animated, proper Resident Evil films to make a comeback. I'll keep the first half of this review spoiler-free. Once spoilers kick in, I will make it very obvious, so no worries. Resident Evil Vendetta is the third computer-animated film in the series and brings back Leon Kennedy, enters Chris Redfield into the animated space, and sees the return of Rebecca Chambers in her first appearance in the series since Resident Evil 0. That shit came out 15 years ago. Think about that. A man by the name of Glenn Arias has created a new virus called the A virus, which he intends to release in New York City. The BSAA, headed by Chris with Rebecca and Leon at his side, take on Arias head-on, and that is essentially your plot. Now, anyone who's seen the trailer to the movie knows that a portion of it takes place inside a mansion setting. This scene is the first scene in the movie, but it doesn't make up a giant part of the film's runtime. This isn't the Spencer estate, so I don't want anyone getting their hopes up, but it does very closely resemble it. When they enter the main hall, it's a picture-perfect replica of that room. It was very, very cool. Of all the parts in the movie, my favorite was easily this opening scene. It focuses on horror and atmosphere and tension, something all the movies, regardless of CGI or live action, have been seriously lacking. We get creepy zombies, spooks, and even a torso-less female zombie that looks like the Tech from Japanese urban legend. I love this stuff. Rebecca is wonderful when they actually utilize her. I don't know how else to describe her. Anyone who's played Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 0 will remember that Rebecca had a childlike sense of cockiness, naivety to her, and just the first few minutes of seeing her on screen, they managed to capture that again. It was so great. Erin Cahill provides Rebecca's voice, and she did one hell of a stellar job.
Caramel macchiato. Did you remember the chocolate chips?
And the whipped cream on top.
Good boy.
That's dessert, not coffee. You know that, right?
Your point?
Nothing. Nothing at all, Professor Chambers.
The problem with Rebecca in this film is that she just serves as a damsel in distress. She has about one big moment where she kicks ass, and I mean, you get to see her smash a zombie's head in with a fire extinguisher. That's good shit, but then she's just relegated to just being a reason that the story needs to progress. Leon and Chris have about basically the same personality. Really, you can interchange them and there wouldn't be a difference. That being said, Chris is the primary focus. Leon is more or less a side character, which I'm okay with. We've already seen Leon as the star in both Damnation and Degeneration. It was about time to let some other characters come into the spotlight. The villain Arias had the potential to be one of the most human and interesting villains in the series if they had actually taken the time to focus on a bit of his backstory. The guy is crazy in a way that really hasn't been seen in Resident Evil, but they don't give us enough time to really learn why or care. Also, if you give him sunglasses, he would look just like Wesker. I don't know if that was intentional or not. The animation is damn well incredible. It's easily the best looking of the three animated films. Everyone looks great, especially Rebecca. They seem to put special emphasis on her or something. The animation in Degeneration at times felt a little too stiff and awkward, and in Damnation it was a little too cartoony. This is a nice in-between reality and anime. Okay, now it's a bit of spoiler time, so skip to the time I put on screen to avoid them. You've been warned. Spoilers. Now. Okay. More about the villain. His wife, family, and friends are all killed on his wedding day during a Predator drone strike, and that's why the movie's called Vendetta. He keeps all their bodies in boxes and kidnaps Rebecca because she looked just like his wife and he wants to finish his wedding. He even keeps his wife's severed arm in a box as well. I really wish they had given us a bit more of his backstory, anything to make it seem like this craziness didn't just come out of nowhere, but they don't. There is a scene where Chris makes a reference to Breaking Bad and it felt incredibly forced. Not only did it feel really forced, but I just couldn't believe that I was hearing Chris refer to something in real life. Like, why? Why did they feel the need to do that?
Hey, I just realized DC and Damien aren't talking about Breaking Bad for once. Hey, don't go there, Chris.
Yo, that shit's ahead of its time.
It's a goddamn masterpiece.
When Leon is first introduced to us, it's made very apparent that he's an alcoholic. I liked this because it made his character feel more human rather than just an action hero. And with the shit Leon has been through in Resident Evil 2, 4, 6, and the other two movies, I'd find it more shocking if he wasn't all fucked up. The Cerberus show up in the third act, but it's only two of them. I did not like this scene at all. It's the most over-the-top the movie ever gets. Leon's racing down a highway on a Ducati street bike doing all these crazy Matrix maneuvers on the bike. He shoots one dog and it makes 2 cars flip over and fucking explode. A sign falls on the other one and Leon tosses a grenade on it for good measure. Like, how much destruction can we fit into a scene with 2 dogs in a road? So is Resident Evil Vendetta good? Yes. Is it the best of the animated movies? No, I think Degeneration is still better. But it is better than Damnation was, and it's miles above any of the live-action ones. It's over the top at times, but unlike the god-awful live-action ones, this one earns it. You get scares, horror, and time to focus on the characters, especially Rebecca, so when the action scenes do happen, you aren't trying to blow your brains out after being mentally assaulted by the live-action bullshit. Simply put, if you're a fan of the video games but hate the Alice movies, you will enjoy Vendetta. If you think the Alice movies were good, you are probably not going to appreciate or care for this one, but for me, personally, I will be buying this movie on Blu-ray when it comes out.